Alright, so don't mind me. I'm actually kind of sick. But, saw this game that was free this month. It looks like this is just the starting screen. Maybe it don't look like this is doing much right now. But it's called What Remains of Edith Finch. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start a new game. We're gonna see what's up with this game.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Just to make sure. Party made, alright. Graphics aren't bad. It's got like a kind of...
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
kind of like a gloomy...
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Kinda crazy.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know.
Yeah, I just had to just give her bottle. The Finches. Okay.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Oh, it's a deer. Come back. How did you get through that? Can I go there? There's dirt right here. How did... Okay. That makes perfect sense.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Ooh. That's a big house.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
She can fit through that?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Oh, I'm starving.
But
Y'all got
instead
food,
of a
fam?
family, there were just memories of one.
December 27th, 1998 to November 21st, 2010. Her brother. Okay, okay. Seems to be an awful lot of books around here. Are those sardines?
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Jesus, that's a lot of salmon.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it. Like a smile with too many teeth.
That's a lot of bugs. Oh, can I use this? That sucks. Packing peanuts with a lamp.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I don't know who Edie is, but she sounds like a troublemaker. I'm assuming we're supposed to go this way and into this room. Sven, Eddie.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Looks like it's sealed shut. That one too. I'm assuming that one as well. This one is not sealed.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Okay, wow. That kind of look like an old person's room or something. Kind of like my grandma's room. Wonder where this leads. It's a outlet, right? Like extension cord.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
So this is the guy that built the original house. This is Barbara's room.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years.
Is
Until
that a
America
face?
grew out of it.
Am I the only one who's seeing a face right now over there? That looks like... Okay, that's a face. I know it is. I'm dying to see what that is.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Oh, she seems like quite the person.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
It's a crazy room. I wonder why that house is underwater. That seems like a weird thing for an underwater scene. Kind of seems out of place. If you
Lewis
get it.
told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Could the key work for this? It does.
Turns out,
But
my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
oh, okay.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Oh.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Is that a cat? But what's on the bottom? It kind of looks like a bird body. That's weird.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Huh. That's kind of cool. I would have never
Being inside
thought.
for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
That's a very vivid way of putting it, so to say. Looks like a little Christmas tree. It's kind of, that's a sad Christmas tree. My heart hurts looking at that.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
That's mean.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Why would you eat that? There were gerbil droppings in there. That's not good. Like a dried up carrot? Come on.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
But I'm hungry. So pumpkin?
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh no, she's so hungry. That's mean. Feed your kid.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Are those even real? Is that good for you to be eating that? Yeah, mistletoe?
I kept eating and eating.
You're gonna eat the toothpaste? Don't eat the toothpaste. Oh no. Why would you do that?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly,
What
was a
the
cat.
hell? A cat? Okay, so it's the same button, the interaction button. That's what I'm gonna be using to jump. It looks
I
like.
tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Can I go up there? Alright, cool. Come here.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Are they in here? Aw. They're not even paying attention to her. That's rude. I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna go right here. I like how it's meowing. Oh, can I make that? Am I supposed to? I mean,
I jumped and I almost got her.
oh, this cat sounds mad.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up,
Oh.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind.
You're gonna eat
Then I
it?
heard
Oh,
little teeth
no.
wiggling in the grass.
Little teeth. Okay. I supposed to be
Rabbits.
going? Rabbits? Oh, hey, look. Same button, I'm gonna assume. Okay.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit.
That's
Then I
hardcore.
flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger? You want bigger? How hungry are you? Okay, it flew me off in this direction, so I'm just gonna assume that I need to
A mama rabbit.
keep going this direction. Yeah, okay.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What? Oh. Okay, so that button's making me jump now. It's just plopping around. Yo,
I
I
rolled off
almost
the
got
cliff
hit.
and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh, that's cool. Like, it's like a little ship. Dude, the detail into this game is actually really good. What is that? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I want it. So, yeah, come here.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Juicy. No.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh, I'm tracking you now. You ain't getting away from me. I'm coming. Da 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 da. Ooh, you got lucky. Gotta get the hang of this. Da 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 da.
Grabbed that tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I don't get this one. What am I? Okay. How do I move? Well, let me go any further. Oh, oh. Oh, okay, okay.
Now I was a monster,
I
and
gotta
I
click
smelled people everywhere.
R1 to move my...
I was big, and I moved real quiet.
Yo, I just ate that fish. I go here, right?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Belly was rusty, his belly was rusty, his belly was rusty, razor. What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor?
That's repetitive. You died for that.
Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new.
Delicious.
Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Nom 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 nom. I'm coming.
I got closer and closer.
Oh, this is her room.
All of my stomach started growling,
Oh, your stomachs. How many do you have?
and suddenly I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep, but it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Whoa. That was something.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Bringing up the past.
When we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom.
This place is crazy. Is that a Confederate
When
flag?
Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Shrine sketches.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Doesn't look like that picture's done.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He took his house with him. How does that work?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Oh.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
I see.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Not quite sure where to go from here. Oh, look. Okay, so it looks like there's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Eddie Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Yo.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
There's that name again, Milton. Looks like he knew about quite a bit of these secrets, didn't he? And whose room is this?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, he swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
Nah, I can't come.
But that day,
I'm
he
flying.
finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
I'm about to fly.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
My man's going hard on this swing right now. Yo! Yo!
Today he made up his mind to fly. And he
Yo, he's flying. That's crazy. That's kind of messed up though.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh, my man. Oh, my man's space shuttle is manual. He got the oh, hold up. 6-speed?
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
So whenever they disperse, sometimes they'll kind of lead you. Oh, look at that. Oh, it goes up. Yo, the secrets in this house?
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Let's go over here to this one first. Oh, so that's
Growing
what
up,
the face was
I always thought of
earlier.
Barbara as a child star.
See, I knew I saw a face in here earlier.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
There's a whole uneaten cookie cake in here. Who does that? Barb Street. Dreadful stories. Guest starring.
Of all the
Barbara
stories people
Finch.
wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
That's messed up.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family.
That's
I'm calling
creepy.
it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child,
I know y'all saw that little Felix the Cat
Barbara
reference.
was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
That's
But
not
in
nice.
a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
I see.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better.
No.
I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh
So
no.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Didn't she already give the key to him, though? That's cool. Okay.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh. What? That's frightening already. Oh, hell. No. No.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Ooh, hold up. Why do y'all have such a big basement though, bro?
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your screen.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
Oh?
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
The late picture show.
Later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Okay, again with this music. Hey, that's my roller skate, bro. Those are expensive.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Don't lock the door.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Are we just ignoring the fact that her brother's gone?
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Yeah, beat him. Beat the hell out of him. Yeah.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Watch, I'm gonna go down there and he's not gonna be there no more. He's gonna come out of nowhere. He's gonna hook her. And, come on, man. It's just too easy. Told you. Look at this.
Hookman had vanished.
Watch, now he's
She
gonna come out
listened
of
for his
nowhere.
breathing, but all she heard was...
The police. Da, 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 da.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. That's all you gotta say to that. Are you serious?
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
I
And she
see.
saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Huh.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and end the video right there. I didn't realize how far I actually played until I came to edit the video and do everything like that. But if you're new to the channel, go ahead and leave a like, leave